Congratulations, you're dead. Hello, and welcome to episode 7 of Congratulations, You're Dead. In this episode, I have a chat with my niece Shanise. We chat about quite a few things, and I even learned something new about her in this episode. I'd like to apologise for all the background noise. We had a cricket that started making noise at some point and is pretty much prevalent the whole way through, and then we're also house sitting for a friend of ours who has a small dachshund who's adorable, but he also makes an appearance throughout the episode. But thank you for listening, and I really hope you enjoy. Hello and welcome back. Today I have with me a gamer, a graduate, and one of my two favourite nieces, but I'll let you figure out which one. Shanise!
Hello everyone, I'm Shanise. It's nice to meet you.
Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
How have you been?
I've been alright. It's been a little bit hectic now since uni is done, which is kind of weird because it was hectic when uni was still on. Yeah. So it's just hectic in a different way, you know?
You've officially graduated now?
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
How long? 4 long years? I think?
Oh, well, yeah, because I took the...
You took the one off?
Defer year, yeah.
But still, you made it. Good job.
So I'm done. Yeah.
What did you study?
Creative writing, which some people would be like, that's not a real thing, but it was interesting. It was very different to how I thought it'd be, but it was really good because it taught me a lot of things that I just didn't know. So it was nice.
That's good. Like, kind of, what, if you give an example?
Oh, like, monologuing, different ways of viewing even third-person shots or second-person shots, like far away, and it was like different ways to write, like how the feeling impacted depending on like what particular view you took to write it in. So it was kind of interesting. Yeah. And then we learned also editing and proofreading, which was really good. So yeah, we learned a few different things.
And like, so you did it because you want to be an editor and a publisher, right?
Yeah, I want to be an author. It's like the dream job, being an editor or a proofreader would be also pretty good, I think. So yeah. Cool.
And how was it going through uni during COVID?
It was all right. It was very. So I'm quite an introvert. So like a lot of people would be like, it must have been not as bad. And it's true. Like in some ways, not having to go out, like being forced to stay home, didn't affect me as much. But it was also like a really weird feeling because it was like, the people that I usually see every day in like my uni life, I just don't see anymore. And it's like, it was really weird having to do like Zoom meetings and to do class through that. So like, while it wasn't like terrible, it was just really kind of like a kind of weird feeling to do, I think.
But still, you graduated even through COVID, so that's good.
Yeah.
And are you like, so, so what do you think the next step is? Like, I like we just said, like being an author is like the dream job, but you know, being a publisher and stuff. So what do you think is the next step now?
The next step would probably be to find work in the area that I want. Like, so either working in like a publishing house or maybe some ghostwriting or even just something to do with writing or publishing. So, that's probably would be the next step before to make enough money to actually publish a book, because that is not cheap.
No. Yeah, no.
So,
I've been looking at like self-publishing and it's not cheap.
Yeah. So that's probably my next step though.
Okay, well that's good. Well, I got news for you.
Uh-huh.
So unfortunately all your dreams and stuff, because you didn't actually make it out. You didn't actually graduate. Like you graduated.
Yeah.
But then after that, you died. You
Like
graduated and then something happened and you ceased to exist in this mortal plane.
Wow. Well, shit. All those dreams just gone. Yeah, flush them down the toilet.
Well, I mean...
Well...
I'm sure they have books in...
Oh, yeah, true. You know what? Maybe it'd be less expensive. Like, who knew this could have been the sign I needed, like what I needed to happen. This was the next step to ascend in more ways than one.
Literally. Let me ask you, how did you die?
So it probably, is in my room, you know, binging a night of attempting to write some stuff, and like I just never opened the windows, and I just like the carbon dioxide in my room got so bad that I just choked on it, and there I went.
That's great.
Gone.
That's
not
funny.
enough pure oxygen is probably
It's
how
too
I went.
much of your own.
Yeah,
recycled-
too much. Yeah, of my own recycled.
oxygen.
Yeah.
That's funny. I don't think we've really talked about it that much, but what are your thoughts on like the afterlife and heaven and hell and things like that?
Well, it's hard to say because it's like I want to believe that there is some, but it's also hard to think that there might be because it's just like sometimes when I think about death, it kind of freaks me out because it's like, you know, like it's like when you sleep, you don't really, there's just nothing, and then you just wake up the next day and you're like, oh, the last thing I remembered was literally laying in my bed before I fell asleep.
Yeah.
It's just like so hard to imagine that, but forever.
Yeah, like
because
not
it's like
waking
you
up,
just. It's just nothing. Like you're just gone. So I'd really like for there to be an afterlife so that we don't just like forever have nothing, you know. But I personally do believe in God, so
Okay. I didn't know that. I was going to ask that. So that's
yeah.
good.
So I do believe in heaven. So it would be really nice to go there one day. So yeah, that's my view. Really, so
you consider yourself Christian or Catholic or something along those lines?
Christian, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I've only been in my niche your whole life. I had no idea.
yeah, no, I do. I probably am not the most like saintly Christian. I'm a bit of a
Heathen.
yeah, a little bit because so perhaps this is blasphemous, but for me, a lot of the Bible just kind of is very contradictory and is kind of weird. Like, so Adam and Eve were the first people to exist, and then they were cast out of heaven, and then there were just other people. Like, where did they come from? Why were there other people? And then just a lot of things is just kind of, yeah, it just kind of didn't make sense. But like, I don't know, I believe definitely in God. I'm not too sure about the Bible because it was, in the end, like rewritten and like transcribed by man, and who knows if they changed it. But so yeah,
Fair enough. That's good to know.
Yeah.
You learn new things every day.
Truly.
Yeah. The good news is there is an afterlife.
Oh, awesome. Nice.
Yeah. And what would your afterlife look like to you?
Oh, just it would be
I can see your mind working.
yeah, I'm like, holy crap, what would it be like? I think it'd just be really like quite nice. It'd be a place where like no one would be a dick. Like everyone would be accepting, everything would be accepted, race, nationality, language, blah blah blah. It'd probably be a place with lots of games, lots of like fun things to do, lots of delicious food, lots of great music. Probably just it'd be a child's fantasy, I guess.
No, that's fair, yeah.
Yeah, that's for me.
A lot of food, games.
A lot of great books to read too, I guess.
Well, no.
Yeah.
No, that sounds good.
Yeah.
A lot of people have kind of the same idea of an afterlife, which I imagine, everyone's idea of afterlife is kind of their own paradise.
Yeah.
So it's I'm either talking to the same people in my life, or everyone just has the same idea of paradise.
We actually all talked beforehand.
Yeah,
we have to tell him the exact same thing. Okay,
Yeah.
it's all just the same.
No, but that's good. I like the idea of that too. I mean, that's on my idea of paradise too. Somewhere accepting, and then somewhere just to relax and have fun for the rest of however long.
Yeah. It also have all the people that I loved and liked in it as well, which would be really nice.
And then the ones you just tolerated can go to the side.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's an accepting place, so I'd accept them from afar.
That's fair. Yeah, I
like you
accept
for-
you from the other side of that.
Yeah. Yeah, you take that side of the river, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. So you go to the afterlife,
Yes.
and you meet up with the guide of the afterlife. I like to call them. I'll give them a name eventually, but for
Okay,
now they're just the guide of the afterlife.
Yes.
And they
Mr.
ask
Gatekeeper?
you, sorry,
Mr. Gatekeeper?
yeah, Mr. Gatekeeper, but you can't be gatekeeping because there's no gatekeeping in the afterlife.
Yeah, that's true. It's a paradise. We accept all. So
Exactly.
why am I even talking to this guy now?
Listen,
Anyway.
Pastor. And they ask you, what's the first game? Oh, sorry, because as I do with everybody, I
Yes.
give you two categories and a third,
Yep.
and you picked.
games.
Nice, cool. So they ask you, what is the first game you remember playing?
The first game, Pup Hut Saves the Zoo.
What's that?
So it was this computer game.
Mm-hmm.
And pretty much your Pup Hut. I'm pretty sure it's been so long since I played it, but you're a little car. I'm pretty sure, and you go to the zoo and like you talk to like I don't know if it's a friend or like a superior of yours, and they're like, oh, hello, Papa. Oh, thanks for coming. Oh, can you just help us around the zoo a bit? And then you go around the zoo and like all these baby animals, like something has happened to them. They've gotten lost. They've gotten stuck somewhere. Like something like bad has happened, and you pretty much have to go rescue them. And it's just like a fun little like nice game. And then at the end of it, the zoo opens and everything's beautiful, and yeah, it's really good. You also get to paint yourself, which is really great. It was very interesting.
Uh-huh.
So yeah.
So it's a computer game.
Yeah, it was a computer game. That's kind of the first game I really remember playing, I think. Yeah, probably.
Cool. Would you play it again?
Oh, for sure. That was as a childhood memory. It's hard to play it. Make the car all the colours. Why didn't they put a rainbow option? Damn it! It's the only bad thing about the game.
If they redid it, they probably would.
Come on, Pop Hut Saves the Zoo too.
The
Bigger, better zoo.
Yeah. Pup Hut Saves the Zoo again.
Yeah.
What's one game you never finished but you always wanted to?
Game that I never finished but wanted to. Skyrim.
Yeah, fair enough. That's a fair point.
But also, like, if I tried to complete that game, I'd probably go insane. That thing's like there's
there's
so
so
much
much to do.
And plus, with all the new things that keep coming, the anniversary.
Yeah, they got the new one.
calendar.
Yeah, fuck.
Man, I'd never
Yeah,
finish that game, but
no.
it would have been interesting to finish it just because it's like how.
But can you finish it? Like they got so many side quests and. Like,
Yeah, I know, and I'm the type of person that plays the side quests and then the main quests. I'd
you'd never
the
get
game.
to them. You get to like
Mate.
a level 100 and then
Oh yeah,
trying to fight Alduin.
yeah. No, I'd just.
Because the thing with that, like the Thieves Guild one, I don't think those ever end. They just keep going. Like they just generate new.
Yeah, I'd never finish that game.
So I don't think it finishes technically. I don't think there's like a end credit scene. You know,
Oh well, yeah, I'd be
or
doomed.
anything like that. You know,
Just play Skyrim forever. I
some
mean,
pe-
they'd
some
always,
people bloody do.
yeah.
I was reading this article the other day. This guy played like for 3 years as a Stormcloak guard. Like he would just walk around Windhelm or whatever it is as a guard.
Yeah.
And then he ended up, like 3 years later, he just decided to go on the adventure. And he was like a level, like 200 or something. It was ridiculous. And then, like, yeah, he went to fight all these, he went to fight, you know, all the bad guys. But his armor was just like normal Stormcloak armor. So he was level 200, but the game had leveled with him. And so he was fighting all these dudes with this shit-ass armor, and he got annihilated.
Oh, man. But he regretted that really quickly.
Yeah, probably. Imagine spending 3 years just walking around at city. I mean,
but it's
it
also
sounds
Skyrim.
cool. Yeah, like it sounds like it'd be a lot of fun, kind of.
Yeah. Be really interesting. Just make up a laugh. Just start role playing. I am a true Stormcloak. God.
But you've played Skyrim.
Yeah, I have. It's good. It was buggy as hell, but
Oh,
it
yeah.
was good.
What's your go-to race and class for Skyrim?
Khajiit. I was like, hey,
Oh, that
get
makes
people.
sense. That tracks
Yeah.
with your D&D character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was yeah. And then I could not copy the Khajiit like
Speech.
yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
when I tried so hard with that D&D character, but oh my goodness, she did not know what she was. She had so many accents. Khajiit as words is the best I could do. After
That's good. I would have accepted it as the DM.
yeah. And then in the end, I was like, I'm just gonna put a weird roll on all my S's.
Oh yeah,
That
you
was
do
it.
do that. Yeah.
And even that kind of went wonky, and I was like, I'm just going to talk normally now.
I think you have lost it over time.
Yeah.
But we've been playing that campaign for a few years, so.
Yeah, that's true. It's good. It's a good campaign.
What's a game you hated as a kid but love now? If there is one.
That I hated as a kid but love now.
Yeah.
Skyrim.
You can say Skyrim again.
I don't think I played Skyrim as a kid.
I mean, it came out, what Well, we had the 10th anniversary edition come out just
That's
recently.
Oh, shit, man. Yeah, but I still would have been about 18. I'm old as
Yeah,
balls.
you're old as balls.
I say. That's a really good question. I actually don't think I have one that I disliked as a... Shit, I'm blanking. This is
alright. Like, any board games, maybe?
I guess. Monopoly, probably. It was so long. I was like, what the fudge?
Yeah, kids... I
How the hell?
I feel like kids lose a lot of interest in Monopoly.
Yeah.
Because it is long.
Yeah.
But you think you like Monopoly now?
Yeah, now it's because before it's like managing money and buying properties and how the hell does this shit work?
Yeah.
And then it's like, and then you land on someone's property.
I'll take that off your hands.
Yeah, but now it's like,
or when you land on someone's property that has like hotels and shit on it.
and you're like,
Oh,
I hope
yeah,
you get
everything.
that fucking paper that says you have to pay millions of dollars to renovate that shit or whatever.
Yeah. Some people get all the luck with Monopoly.
Oh, yeah, man. But probably Monopoly would probably be it, I guess, if I had to pick one.
That's
Just
fair.
because like Monopoly's been around forever.
Oh,
Or the Game of Life maybe, but I haven't played that in 8 years.
I haven't played that in ages.
Yeah, so probably one of those two.
So what voice actor or just an actor would you choose to play and voice you in the game of your life?
Matt Mercer. Matt Mercer would be awesome, but also I feel like I'd put poor Matt Mercer on the hot seat if I did. But probably, I guess Laura Bailey. Laura Bailey,
pretty
yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
Laura Bailey's fucking epic. That woman just like a bit off topic. This isn't about games, but there was this anime my sister and I've been watching recently. It's one we watched like ages ago when we were kids. It's called Fruits Basket.
Oh, I love Fruits Basket.
Yeah, and they made a remake.
Oh yeah,
I
haven't
just
seen the
learned
remake yet.
that Laura Bailey is Toru. I was like, what?
She was Toru in the original.
Yeah, I was like, yeah. What do you mean?
Is she
But then-
Toru in the new one?
Yeah.
Nice.
And most of them are the same voice actors, but I was like, but like after I realized, I was like, that's Laura Bailey.
You know, have you seen Full Metal Alchemist?
Bits and pieces.
Oh.
I have a copy.
So she's in so in Full Metal Alchemist I can't remember what her name is, but she plays a villain, but also Travis, her husband's in it as well.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty funny, and I think he voices. So Travis voices the character that kills her character.
That's one good way to get stressed out in a marriage. You just like just catch that all on the feed.
So we just got advised by my executive producer
Yes.
that so it was Lust. So she voices Lust and he voices Roy Mustang.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, she actually voiced a character in League of Legends before they reworked the character called the Kali. She did not sound anything like any of the things I've heard Laura voice, and I was just like, what? You were Laura Bailey? What do you mean? And she's just been in so many things, like some more recent Final Fantasy games and such. So,
But she's been in a lot of Avengers things.
yeah,
Like she voices Black Widow in the Avengers game.
yes. So yeah,
And Travis voices Thor, but he's voiced Thor for a while as well.
yeah. So I'd probably pick Laura Bailey.
Nice, good choice.
She's an epic voice actor.
I mean,
Oh, someone's blowing up fireworks. Man, everything's happening today in this particular recording. We've got dogs coming in and fireworks and dogs outside. It's pretty good. Everyone wants to join in.
I still feel like Matt Mercer could do a pretty decent job though.
You know what? He would. I have the things. Oh yes, I'm sorry. Yeah, he's actually so epic. Even when he voices female characters and like his monsters. Holy
they're
shit!
epic.
And also because I'm still so far behind on all of the Critical Role. I like how this has suddenly switched from games to D&D.
Well,
But,
D&D's a game, is it
Yeah,
not?
well, that's true. Yes, it's a tabletop. But in his first campaign, there was I can't remember who it was, but like when Percy wanted to go get more black powder, I think his name was Victor or something. But the black powder merchant, Oh my goodness. That was the most amazing, like, character. He's the crazy, wispy haired dude. He's like, you want to play? Like, oh, sorry. Sorry. But yeah, oh my goodness. If you should go rewatch, like, some clips of that, because that was amazing.
I think he dressed up as him for Halloween.
Yeah, I think he did for one particular. I'm not quite up to that. I just saw pictures. And I was like, yes, this is the most epic thing. Yeah, so Matt Mercer or Laura Bailey.
One of them.
One of those two.
What's the scariest moment in a game that you remember? Or that you experienced?
Well, probably, because I don't usually play scary games. So probably when we played Outlast.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and then Camille ran away and left me there.
Camille was pale.
Camille does not do horror well.
Like her color was drained.
Yeah, she does not like it.
No.
I was like, oh, Camille, I will try to defend you. And then that person whipped open that locker and she just died. She was like, I'm gone. I was like, yeah, that's fair. But probably, yeah, probably that would probably be the scariest moment when we were playing that and like just people were jumping out of the dark at us. And I was like, fuck off. Kind of like.
Lucky you played that in the middle of the day and not in the middle of the night.
Yeah, I know, right?
But I really want to start doing that again.
Yeah, that'd be so good.
Something I've got to get into next year, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
Another project.
One on top of the many that you have, I'm sure.
But yeah, the Outlast is ridiculous.
Yeah.
I want to try it again though, because we ended up putting that one up because I lost the recordings.
Yeah.
So we got to fix that.
Yeah, sounds good.
What's a
Don't
game?
eat my hair, please.
What's a game that you have played or could play over and over again from start to finish? She's just losing his mind.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, I don't know what you want, buddy. Just rolling around on the chair. I'm trying to pat you, and you're just not accepting. So probably a game I could play continuously. I quite like Final Fantasy. Maybe probably some of the Final Fantasy games. Like Final Fantasy 13 was one that, like, probably one of the big ones that I first started playing. The remake that recently came out.
Final Fantasy 7 remake?
Yeah. So good. Could play that 1,000,000 times. I heard, apparently, because where it stopped, it wasn't even like, it was like halfway through the original game.
Yeah, I think it's like a part 1.
Yeah, and from the sounds of it, part 2 is going to be a bit different to how the rest of it went. Apparently, like, if I read this correctly, this did come out very shortly after the game came out, so I don't know how, like...
accurate it is.
Yeah, accurate, yeah. But apparently, depending on how you play it, you can have multiple endings.
Really?
So, yeah, I was like, does that mean I can save Aerith? Oh, is that her name? I should know because I played the game, but yeah. So probably that one, especially if there is multiple endings. Play that forever.
I do like games that have multiple endings.
Yeah. Another game I guess I could play multiple times if you want to... League of Legends, because like literally it's like a MOBA, so each time you play it, it's going to be a different outcome. But
which is interesting.
Yeah. So games like that, I definitely could play multiple times.
I guess it doesn't really have an end either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So...
But still, yeah.
But yeah, if I had to pick like a game that had an ending, probably be Final Fantasy VII remake.
Nice.
Yeah.
I am excited.
Ni no Kuni's a good game.
I've never played it.
Oh,
it's good.
you. It's so good.
Okay.
I'll let you borrow if you want.
Okay, maybe.
It's nice.
We'll discuss.
Studio Ghibli does like the I think the art style.
Yeah?
Yeah, Studio.
Nice.
So good.
Yeah, Studio Ghibli is pretty good.
Oh, so good.
I've recently started watching the anime in recently 4 years now. And yes, Studio Ghibli stuff. Although I don't like Howl's Moving Castle, but that's a different story for a different time.
Okay, I'll take you up on that story one day. I'm interested.
Lacey knows it because she made me watch it, and she was like, "What'd you think?" And you know when you really want someone to be interested in stuff you're interested in, and you're like, "What'd you think?" And you expect like, "Oh, it was amazing." I was like, "Yeah, it was alright." But then we watched like Ponyo and like
Ponyo
Totoro and stuff.
Cute, yeah.
My Neighbor Totoro, and I loved it.
Yeah, it was just like Howl's Moving Castle, man.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
What's a game that people hate but you love?
Probably Final Fantasy 13. I've heard a lot of people really don't like that one.
Yeah.
Just because of, like, both the battle system and just because, like...
Because it's not turn-based at that point anymore, is it?
No, not quite. No, I don't think it was. No, it was more like you fill up a gauge, and when that gauge, like, depending on how full that gauge is what you can do. But, like, yeah. I think because by Final Fantasy 13, they changed the battle system a lot, and just, I think, the way... the game was in itself. Plus, one particular character did not just, like, stick with an accent. It was the funniest shit. I was yeah, like, I'm sure that it's not as bad as some people make it out to be, but, like, sometimes she'd talk and you'd be like, that kind of sounds like an English accent. That kind of sounds like an American accent. Why does she kind of sound Aussie now? I was like, what? Hello? Who are you? What is your identity?
But it wasn't, like, part of a backstory?
No.
Like,
she just, I don't know, I guess the voice actress was having fun. No, I think she was just having fun with it.
But that's more like the director and the people behind, like, in front of the booth.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
They should have been like, hey, you're changing your accent.
Yeah, I know.
But, like...
I was like, meh. Yeah, but...
But sometimes you do, like, sometimes I feel when you play a game where they have, like, a heavy English accent, sometimes it changes and you're like, hold on a second.
What's happening here?
But I don't think it's ever been that bad.
Yeah, no. It was just very funny. I was like, yeah. And, like, I don't know. That was one of the first games that I played that had such realistic cutscene graphics. That was like, you know how, like, a lot of nowadays you can have graphics and, like, they look real. Like, they look like real people. That was the first game that I'd ever seen, like... that had that kind of stuff, and I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Graphics are really... Whoa. But that came out in, like... Shit, that came out, like, years ago at this point. I think it was before 2010, or maybe around 2010. Yeah, look that shit up for me, buddy.
I will.
Yeah. And now watch me be a liar, and it was like, it came out in 2016, and I'm like, I'm full of shit.
2009.
Ah, yes, see, I knew it. 2009, see? Yeah, but I mean, like, obviously, obviously, like, graphics were good then, but I think it probably was, like, the first game that I'd got that, like, had those kind of graphics, and I was just like...
And back then it was like, well, those graphics are amazing. Games will never get that good. And now it's like, the normal game looks like that, if not
now
better.
It's like, unless it's stylized to be a cartoon, now it's every game looks like real people.
Which is... I mean, it's amazing how far we've come.
I know. It's like, what's going to happen in the future? We're going to look like aliens?
Like, I think we'll be in the game.
Damn, yeah, well, I mean, VR, mate.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, it'll be like real world, like, photorealistic.
You're in the game now. You're plugged into the game. Oh, yeah, damn.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, let me ask. We'll bring it back away from games for a second.
Okay.
Do you believe, or what is your idea about alternate realities? Yeah.
Ah, like kind of like...
Like kind of like a multiverse situation.
Yeah, like the...
MCU thing?
Yeah, thank you. I was like, when they went to get all the stones, that
was more going back in time.
Yeah, but didn't it split when they took the stone from the bald lady that I've forgotten the name
she said, like, she was like, if you don't bring it back, it'll cause...
Yeah.
I think. But they brought it all back. But still, like, the multiverse...
But yeah, Spider-Man also...
Well, Spider-Man, yeah. And all the, like, WandaVision and stuff has been introducing it.
See, that's another one that's, like, it's really hard because I feel like there's definitely potential for it, but it's also hard because, like, scientifically speaking, it's like... So this is like, the world's always like backed up by science and stuff, but I'd like to believe that there is. I think that like it'd be a really interesting concept, and it'd just be kind of nice to be like, oh man, if that had happened, I wonder what that would have done, and like my alternate self would have experienced that. I wonder what that's like. So I think I think, you know what, I'm going to say yes, I believe in it.
Cool.
I'm going to believe in it.
And so there are alternate universes.
Yes.
So the gatekeeper of the afterlife takes you to one of these alternate realities.
Oh, awesome! Yes.
And you meet an alternate version of yourself.
Oh, awesome! A dead as well.
Sure.
No, I was just curious because I'm like, damn, what's it like to be alive, buddy? I've forgotten that feeling.
Well, for the purposes of this, no.
Okay, cool. Awesome.
So,
I meet my alive self, yes.
what would you like to see out of your alternate self?
Like what? You mean, like, how do you mean? Just...
However you interpret the question. Like,
I'd like to see them successful.
mm-hmm.
I'd like to see them with a healthy mindset. I'd like to see them being a good person. Yeah, I think. Just, generally living their life to the best of their ability and to the fullest, I think. Would be really nice. Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, I think so.
So you meet an alternate version of yourself, and they ask you, what is the game that you've played that is a favourite of yours, but that you were never able to play again?
Papa Saves the Suit. No, because it's the end part that you could never play again. I'm like, that's a hard question because it's like, can I really just not play games anymore?
Like, I mean, in the way of like, it was so good. Like your experience of playing it was so good that you feel like playing it again would ruin the experience of playing it the first time.
Oh, I'm very simple-minded, so I never really have that. But if I had to choose,
Okay, let me ask you like this:
okay, yes.
what is a game that gave you such an experience the first time that you wish playing it again would feel like playing it the first time and feeling that emotion for the first time?
The Last of Us, I guess. Man, the first time, that first like few minutes where, I've forgotten her name.
Sarah.
I'm such a Sarah. Thank you.
I'll never forget.
Where
'cause
Sarah, yeah, I know. I'm like, oh man, it was such an experience. Forgets the name, but like where Sarah, like, you weren't expecting that. You really thought she was okay, and then you find out that she was shot and she died.
Yeah.
Like that, I'm never gonna experience that ever again because like I know what's coming. So I guess if I had to say it in that way, The Last of Us for sure, because it was just like I'm never going to experience it. Yeah, Oof. That like experiencing the game for the first time, I guess, because it was like a sad game and it was
heartbreaking.
Man. Yeah,
but I've never had an opening. I agree. I've never had an opening that sad.
Yeah,
and that like
jarring,
heart-wrenching.
Yeah. Because you play, she was the first character you actually played as. You walked around the house and so you would like, she's like, she had like wit, she was funny, she was like, I sell drugs, I sell hardcore drugs, and I was like, oh, she's funny. And then like,
I bet she going down.
and then she just got shot and died.
Like, I remember when I played, I was like, she wasn't in any of the promotions, like.
Yeah, I know.
Did she just show up, like, she's just going to hang around, or. And I was like, hey, she's not going to die. Like, we're playing her, and then
she fucking was.
I was like, what the?
Yeah, I know. I was like, that's so fucked. I was like, because like, I'm not an emotionless person, but I don't cry very easily. I have no emotion. No,
dun, dun, dun,
but
dun, dun.
shifty eyes. No, but I'm not one to cry very easily. Yeah. So like, while I didn't cry, like I. Like, when you feel like it coming.
Kind of misty-eyed.
Yeah, that was like, I got misty-eyed and I was like, man, that's so sad. Like, the way it was just like, don't die on me. And I was like, don't do this to me, please.
I cried when I played it. And
was so sad.
I watch people, like, if I watch, like, a Let's Play or whatever.
Yeah.
And they're playing The Last of Us, I don't know. Just let him do what he's doing. And they play The Last of Us, and it's like the first time they play it, and they react to it. I'll still get to be like,
you're like, damn. But yeah, I was like, holy shit.
But that's a good choice, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. So you go back to the afterlife, and you're still walking around with the gatekeeper, and he asks you, what is a gaming moment that has lived in your head rent free and that you've never been able to get out of your head?
That moment of The Last of Us. Oh no.
That's a fair point. Though.
It's like that shit's gonna stay with me forever. Lives in my head rent free and will just never go. Yeah, actually no, I'd probably have to pick that one. I don't think there's ever been a more impactful scene for me.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, and because I didn't play the original Final Fantasy VII, so like when Aerith was, that, you know, so I don't have that particular, because I know a lot of people were like, you know, that was such a sad scene in like gaming and stuff, but like, yeah, I didn't play it to the end of the game, so, so yeah, I'd probably have to say when Sarah died in The Last of Us, that's a very powerful scene in any game that I've ever played.
So that lives in your head?
Yeah, rent free.
Rent free?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's, again, another good, like, that. You can never go wrong when you answer The Last of Us, like.
It's just, shit, is that what I did wrong with all my other games? Can we go back and do them again, please?
Just Last of Us, Last of Us.
Yeah. Can't go wrong with The Last of Us. So.
No, I mean, there's no wrong answer in this, except, you know, all of them that aren't The Last of Us. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
So, you're in your room, writing without any windows or doors open.
Yep.
You end up breathing in your own
old
shit.
Cool. Wow, that changed dramatically. I didn't know I was doing that. Okay, well.
I mean, look, you haven't gone outside for a while. You got to go somewhere.
Oh, I guess so. Damn, I didn't think about that. Okay, yep. So I'm breathing in shit now.
Yeah, all the nastiness.
Yeah, the nasties.
And you know they're trying to open your door, but there's so much
shit.
I
guess I went at my door. I just was like, I can't. The toilet's right there, but I guess the door's nice.
You went to the point where your door doesn't open. So,
okay,
you know, your siblings call me and they're like, we can't get Shanise out of the room. We need help. So I come in and we all shoulder barge the door together. We come in and there you are, lifeless body, just decaying.
Lovely.
And they're like, oh, what are we going to do? And because I tend to carry around, I don't know if you know this about me, but I carry around coffins.
Oh, okay.
But see, I like to
So you're a psychopath.
Yes, exactly.
You're just like, I know, and I have this feeling, so I brought my coffin.
But I like to get discount coffins. So they're smaller and oddly shaped.
Oh, okay.
They're made not from the greatest wood of all time.
Okay.
So I bring my coffin in, and you're there, and because, you know, you're a bit, like, you've just been in your own stuff for a while, you're a bit bloated and very dead. So I try to pack you into this discount coffin, but because you're bloated and you know,
and you have shit coffins,
I have shit coffins. I gotta pack you in as much as I can
because you're a cheap psychopath. But yes,
exactly.
Okay, yeah.
So I pack you in to the point where there's only room for one. Where the point is only room for one game.
Okay.
What game are you taking with you?
The Last of Us remastered, I guess. But I heard The Last of Us 2 was really good too. I haven't played that one, so I can't really.
It's real good. I like it.
Pophead Saves the Zoo. Fuck it.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm going to take Pophead Saves the Zoo. Everyone should save the animals. The animal babies.
So that's the game you're taking with you to play in the afterlife.
It's a childhood memory.
And share with everybody there.
Yeah.
So Puppet Saves the Zoo.
It's such a nice little game. Just take it. Yeah. Save the animals.
Save the animals. Nice. That's a good one.
Yeah. So, saving the world while playing games, I guess.
In being dead.
Yeah, well. Was all of me transported, or am I just like weird bits and pieces?
No, it's all of you. It's your best self.
Oh, okay, cool, good. I was just imagining this like horrifying, not complete me hobbling around like, take the game, play it. Oh, sorry.
You freaked out the dog.
The dog was like, what the fuck? I'm sorry. Yeah,
no, it's your best self.
Okay, good.
But yeah, that's it.
Oh, awesome. That was nice.
Well,
it was very interesting. Well,
yeah.
Nice to know that I defecated so hard in my own room I died.
I really should have come up with something better, but that's what we had.
Hey,
that's what you get.
It's good.
You're the one that made the stipulation about how you died, not me.
Hey, you're the one that said I was breathing in my own shit. What else was I supposed to think? I was like, okay.
I meant like odors and
yeah,
like
I know.
carbon monoxide.
I'm sorry.
Whatever.
Look, I have an overactive imagination. When you said breathing, I was like, okay, well, this is where we're going then. So.
Fair enough. Well, congratulations on your death.
Oh, thank you.
I hope you have a good afterlife.
Yeah, it sounds like it'll be fine. Pretty good.
Yeah.
No more shit, I guess. Just Papa Saves the Zoo.
And remembering The Last of Us for all eternity.
For sure. Just rent-free sadness. Yeah.
I'm saving the zoo, but I'm so sad.
Depression. Oh.
Oh god, you can't be depressed in the afterlife.
Yeah, I know, right? Didn't I say I was supposed to be happy? And yet rent-free in my mind is Sarah dying over and over.
Oh shit.
Yeah, well.
Well, thank you for being on the podcast.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Yeah, we'll do this again next time, maybe, or something like that.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
I can pretend to be someone else.
Hello, everybody.
Denise. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.